Okay, for this episode of the vlogmas, I wanted to talk about the very interesting research and studying of reality that Grey Tonka has been doing here on Twitter, where Grey Tonka has been talking about architecture, not just vortex architecture, where energy is basically being harvested, but also about underground rivers and how water vortices can be used to gather energy. So you can see here, flip this image, this is what happens under a dome or arch to acoustic waves. Clearly a frequency collection design with energy funneling towards the central drain, and we can look at the pictures here. And a lot of architecture that she points out is very deliberate and very interesting, and I include churches and, you know, like special cities like in Kazakhstan, excuse me, throat's a little dry. In Kazakhstan they have some very interesting architecture, interesting and deliberate architecture. I tagged her in a post. I don't seem to be able to get a hold of it now, which is too bad. That's too bad. But anyways, I can make a later video about that. What we're talking about is the water vortices, and anyway, the post that I tagged her in was showing how with a relatively small water vortice energy collection point, the post was admitting that they could power a small city. It was one of these, you know, isn't science great posts, and she found that interesting. I found that interesting because when you look at the size of some of the architecture that goes into energy collection, ionic collection, water-based architecture, you wonder just what kind of things could be powered off such, because what's being told to you about electricity and how things are run is nowhere near as straightforward as it should be. I would suggest checking out Grey Tonka and checking out the YouTube channel Enslaved by No Media, because he goes into jet fuel and, you know, how airplanes are powered and how the, you know, the tank size in cars and a whole bunch of things just don't add up about how things are being powered in this matrix, in this world. So I thought that was an interesting food for thought for today's vlogmas.